Bowling.com.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown returns to Lincoln, January 12th, 6:45 p.m. Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Let's throw down right now.
See Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, The Street Profits, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Carlito, and more. It's WWE's Friday Night SmackDown in Lincoln, January 12th. Tickets start at $25 and on sale now. Ticketmaster.
Letting your children know you believe in them will go a long way toward making their dreams a reality. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. It's important to celebrate learning, focus on the positives, reinforce good effort and determination. Children need your encouragement and support. Our public schools want every student to succeed.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Turn it light on.
Bach messed it up. Great job, Bach.
Why did he do that? What did Bach do to mess it up?
I don't know. He's be so into the controls, he forgets. I'm going to have to start hitting the button myself because actually I know what 3 buttons it is.
Terrell, I think we should learn the board.
Yeah. I don't want to learn it. I just want to turn my own mic on time.
Oh, come on. You got to learn the board to do that.
Well, I know what it is, see? It's right here.
I miss the women's professional basketball league. What exactly is it again, Bach? Because I want to say something to the young ladies, just to the fans, and about this. So can you break that down real quick? You had some special people on yesterday that graced us with their presence on the phone, and they talked to us about this league. Tell us a little bit about that again, so I can catch up.
Yeah, the Pro Volleyball Federation going to start here in less than 2 weeks with a team. The Omaha Supernovas out in Omaha, obviously, and it was announced yesterday on early break and throughout the remainder of the day as we had the Supernovas representatives on that 93.7 The Ticket will be the flagship station for the new professional volleyball team here in Nebraska. Of course, Nebraska doesn't have a whole lot of professional sports. This is not semi-pro. This is a professional volleyball team and in a brand new professional volleyball league. So it's going to be very exciting. DP Derek Pearson going to be on the calls. Rico's going to be traveling quite a bit, helping out as the producer there. But yeah, just very exciting times for volleyball, for Nebraska, and for 93.7 The Ticket.
Pro sports has returned to Omaha. We've been waiting on this. I mean, I know it's not football, basketball, but it's volleyball. It's got to start somewhere. And I think that the first game is at CHI Health Center. It's the Atlanta Vibe, Terrell. Atlanta Vibe.
Yeah, y'all got the Omaha beef.
Stop it. That's not professional. That's not professional. That's like
semi-pro.
That's like
semi-pro.
Yeah, division quadruple double A.
Hey, if you get paid for it, it's a sport.
There's a lot of people that can't say that they made it to the NFL by way of Omaha beef.
No, they go in like 7 different leagues. I mean, they just kind of jump leagues.
You're at the end of your career when you go. You're either at the beginning and you didn't make it, or at the end and you just try to play football because you love this sport.
Yeah, I don't love it that much, so I'm just going to end it.
Don't act like you didn't play no arena football.
I didn't.
I thought you did for a stint.
No.
Oh,
Canadian football is not arena.
Nah, you got a point there. All kind of news today, Bach. All kinds of news today. Start us off, Bach. Give us the first items up for bid on this Tough Talk Thursday.
Well, boy, I mean, the football world has completely changed since we last talked. Nebraska has probably 2 new starters on their offense. I mean, so there's a couple different ways that we can go here. But I think with all due respect to everybody else involved with their stories, I mean, because Pete Carroll moving on from Seattle is absolutely huge news. Bill Belichick, you could argue.
Hold on. Let's stop on that Pete Carroll thing. Do you think Pete Carroll got hammered because of the trade?
Maybe. Because of getting rid of his franchise quarterbacks, what you're saying? The thing is, they did. I don't know. It would be hard to say because they did make the playoffs last year with Geno Smith. Obviously, this year things did go awry.
Who's the better quarterback, Geno Smith or Russell Wilson?
That's not a debate.
But Denver hasn't had I mean, they didn't win the trade. Denver did not win that trade. They had such a bad experience with Russell Wilson, they let him go.
No. Both teams were losers in that trade. They both destroyed their team and blew it up. They blew up their team and rosters. Straight up blew up. Just here, come here. Take this bomb over there with you. You take this bomb over there with you and package it up as a nice, sweet German chocolate cake.
Man, I don't know why people are surprised because it's the NFL that stands not for long. So, everybody time has to run out. So, good. It's a good thing that Pete, he's out. I mean, it's time for somebody else, somebody new to come in. It's like Belichick, his situation. So much stuff he did for that organization. It was better to part ways instead of firing you or trading you. So, and he's in a different boat from Pete Carroll. You know what I'm saying? Because, he traded Russell Wilson. That didn't go good for Denver. He never got a quarterback that can live up to Russ standards or play like Russ. Because what's the quarterback? Geno Smith he's a career backup quarterback. He did good at I think he was at the Jets. Is that before he broke his leg or something? He was going to start there, but that derailed his time there. And then he's a great backup quarterback. He's not a instant starter for like 5-6 years. He's a 1-year wonder to me kind of player.
Well, it should be noted as opposed to Bill Belichick and Nick Saban, who we'll get to. Pete Carroll is expected from team owner Jody Allen said is expected to remain with the team in an unspecified advisory role. So this might have been more on Pete's decision or maybe a mutual decision. But they did go again. They went 9-8 this last year with what everybody could argue would not argue is not a top 15 quarterback. You need a great, you're going to need a quarterback to be in a lot of these conversations. There are teams making the playoffs with 9-8 records. So I don't know, Pete Carroll. That's why it was pretty surprising, and obviously it's kind of been buried with some of this other news. But it was surprising to see this happen for Pete.
The reason why Pete Carroll isn't going anywhere because he helped solidify Seattle as the team that they became. There's a lot of Seattle fans because of Pete Carroll. Now, Pete Carroll went to Seattle, 2010?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 14 years. So now let me ask you a question. Who is Pete Carroll's quarterback? Who did he go in draft?
Oh, Russell Wilson. Was Russell before him? No, yeah.
Just like Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, those two guys were supposed to go out 15 years, 18 years down the line. And they broke up that situation way too early. Now, I think one can say that Russell Wilson got caught up by the fame. It's the same thing Travis Kelce is getting caught up in. Can't you see it? Terrell, do you see that?
It's kind of different for Russell, though.
Wow, he's married to a
Russell's just he's old. I mean, he's not Tom Brady. I get what you're saying because he's married to a Sierra, but Sierra doesn't show her face enough. Like
he's got green.
Like Taylor Swift.
He's wearing a lime green suit with pink shoes to the game. You don't think that she got a little something on his on how he dresses?
I've seen him dress before. He's a pretty good dresser. I mean, pink and green. Hey, look what James Harden wears. I mean, you want to talk about an entrance. Cam Newton, Dabo, what's his name that played for the 49ers? He wore
Samuel.
Debo Samuel. He wore a pretty jacket that didn't look good to me.
I'm just simply saying Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson should have went out together. And I think their time was cut short because they broke up too early. They broke the team up too early. Russell shouldn't have went anywhere. They should have figured out how do they keep Russell in Seattle and how do he retire as a Seahawk.
Yeah, man.
Not go and mar his career. Seattle's, Coach Pete Carroll, do you think that's how Pete Carroll wanted to go out? What was Seattle's record this past year? Are they in the playoffs?
No.
You think Pete Carroll want to go out as a loser? No. Ownership said, hey, Petey, this ain't going to work for us. But we don't want you to go to Kansas City and be on their advisory board because they can afford to pay you $1 million a year just to tell them all the secrets of Seattle Seahawks. So they say, we're going to pay you $1 million, stay around here. You're going to be an intricate part of what we do moving forward. How old is Pete Carroll?
I believe he's 70.
Old enough to retire. Like
72.
Get out the door now. Get out the door now. That's what they're doing. They're getting the old guys out the door, and you're going to make room for these young coaches.
Listen, nobody saw this coming. You didn't see this coming. This was one of those tap on your shoulder, bow. Okay, wait a minute. What is Pete Carroll's record at Seattle? Do we know? That's number one. Number two, who is the winningest head coach in Seahawk history?
I would have to believe it's Pete Carroll. I have to double check, but he's 137-89.
How long did Mike Holmgren stay there?
Yeah, I wonder.
Wasn't long enough to make him the winningest coach in Seattle Seahawks history. So you got the best coach in Seahawks history announcing his retirement after 15 years in that spot. How long has Russ been gone?
2 years, the last 2 seasons.
Okay, perfect. We talked about Geno Smith. What is that? Is that the guy, the quarterback?
Yep.
Okay, so that team was still a team when Russ left. But then year 2, just like year 2 of Callahan, look at it. Just like year 2 of a lot of different coaches, if you inherit a good football team and you're a decent coach, you should be able to keep that team together for the most part. But when you have to start putting the pieces to the puzzle, now that really shows who you are as a head coach. Anyway, go ahead, Bob.
Well, it's kind of interesting, too, because they are reportedly targeting Dan Quinn, who is going to make a run with the Cowboys here.
That's the defensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Oh, we had him at the Falcons. He's terrible. Yeah, we had him.
Yeah.
How they keep getting – let me stop. Anyway, so I just look at that 9-8 record. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. That's back-to-back, basically 500 seasons for the most part. So you can't, as an organization, when you get rid of your starting quarterback, you get rid of a guy. How long was Russell Wilson at in Seattle?
About as long, maybe 1 or 2 years. Shorter,
exactly, 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years. So year 2, 3, this was the quarterback that Pete Carroll said was going to help me get to the Super Bowl. Didn't they get to the Super Bowl?
Oh, they won one Super Bowl and lost one because they didn't run Marshawn Lynch at the goal line.
Yeah, okay, perfect. But how many Super Bowls have Seattle Seahawks won in the history of the organization?
I don't believe they have another one. I could double check.
Black Shirt, how many you think?
No, they've been one.
Probably one.
That's it, one. And who won that?
Pete Carroll.
All right, then. You can't tell no legend. Oh, yeah.
No, hey, VJ. Now you know this day and age, stuff don't last long. You can win it. That Super Bowl is probably just the oldest Nebraska last championship. So you know we done been through 6-7 coaches.
What?
When?
Are you kidding? What Super Bowl?
What, the Seattle Super Bowl? That's what, about 10 years ago?
It's 10 years old. It's
Yeah, come on, Rashawn.
Whoa, you said old enough. You old as what? You compare that to what?
Nebraska last championship. That's how long it felt like.
That's not true, dude. Nebraska's last championship is the Stone Ages compared to this.
Yeah.
The 90s never happened compared to this. What year did they win it?
2013.
Perfect. Who was the quarterback?
Russell Wilson.
What year was he in?
Would have been the second or third year.
Come on, guys.
Does he know that Russell Wilson is washed up? I mean, he's not that good for Sean.
Here's what I'm telling you, sir. He was better. He was better suited to stay at Seattle than he was to go to Denver and them try to basically build a team around him. And in his advanced age, Terrell. And what was Denver thinking, giving an advanced quarterback all of that money? Guaranteed.
In power. Give him an office. Got his own coach.
Who got Fournette?
That should be part of the conversation, too. It is important to mention it's not like he's absolutely terrible. He threw for 26 touchdowns, 8 picks this year. He's not living up to the money, which was the problem.
That's the problem. But he can still be either a decent starter or a great backup and number 2 for another 5-10 years if he wanted to. My point in saying this was I would imagine that Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson, if they stayed together, would still be playing football, still be coaching football. That's just what I think.
Go Hawks.
Who's the Hawks?
You don't know what Russell Wilson's favorite things is he say after a press conference?
What?
Go Broncos. He said all the time.
Go Broncos, huh? He's a nice dude.
But he used to say, go Hawks for Seattle.
Oh. I mean, yeah.
Let's ride.
Come on, Bob. On to the next topic. Or should we throw it to break?
We better throw it to break.
Well, wait. Let's set this up. Now, a couple people on the text line said to me, "Oh, you are ready to crown Dylan Raiola as the savior." I just gave him a nickname, the Doctor. Is Dr. J a doctor? Is Dr. Dre a doctor?
Is Dr. Tom Osborne a doctor? He got a PhD in psychology.
I know
He's got a
Dr.
PhD.
Tom.
He's got a PhD in psychology. Dr. Tom Osborne.
Why you always messing up my takes?
Oh, I'm just saying.
I wasn't even talking about Dr. Tom. I'm talking about the nickname that I gave Dylan Riola because his initials are DR. What is the initials of DR?
Dominican Republic?
Oh. Now you're going to be wise, guys, eh? Fastest 2 hours of radio is smashing on, and when I get back, we're going to talk all kind of stuff. Husker football and why the doctor is surgically bringing in the scalpels. Yaka, yaka, wah, wah. Receivers all over the place. Holla at your boy. We'll be right back.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Letting your children know you believe in them will go a long way toward making their dreams a reality. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. It's important to celebrate learning. Focus on the positives, reinforce good effort and determination. Children need your encouragement and support. Our public schools want every student to succeed.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Power on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Don't make me hit that button, Bach.
Come on, School Bob Rodriguez. Nick Saban by the numbers. No, I like numbers. 72-year-old won 7, count them. 7 national championships. 6 at Alabama and 1 at LSU. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Saban went 292, 71, and 1 in 28 seasons as a college coach at Toledo, Michigan State, LSU, and Alabama. He also spent 2 years with the Dolphins. Think about that. Following the 7-6 transition season in his first campaign, Alabama never won fewer than 10 games in a season. 17 years worth. And the Tide made college football playoff 8 times in 10 years. Talk about consistency. But I think Coach Saban said, you know what? The climate is catching up with me now. Now's a good time to get the heck out of here. I made a great run. I can't do anything else. Probably won't win. Alabama will not be as relevant as they've been without Nick Saban. Thoughts?
Yeah, maybe without Nick Saban. I will say this as opposed to who should be the obvious choice to replace Nick Saban should be Dabo Swinney. I mean, he coached at, and I say should be, if you let me finish my statement here, because he's not. And that's the problem, is that he's got his own national championships at Clemson. He's only coached at Alabama and Clemson, played for the Crimson Tide as a collegiate player. And why aren't people just clamoring and just saying Dabo? In fact, there are students on campus saying anybody but Dabo, is because Dabo is not adjusting to the times. Dabo wants to get this all done without the transfer portal. He wants to stand on what college football was, not what it is or will be. Nick Saban, I think, to a large part of his credit as maybe the greatest of all time, is not only the championships, but the changes that he's been willing to make. And in fact, I mean, his coaching tree is just so impressive. It goes from the Kirby Smarts and some of the guys that were with him early on to later in his run at Alabama, just picking up guys that had failed, bring their career back to the point that this past year, Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian both finished with top 10 teams. and will be considered as replacements here. So I don't know. To me, I don't think it's a problem with Nick Saban thinking the times have caught up to him or there's changes or anything like that. I think Alabama would have been, as long as he is in play, as proof by this last year, would have been and would be right up there for contention, right up there in the playoffs, and probably along with Georgia, the odds-on favorite to win the whole thing. Now that he leaves, this is huge. I mean, this is the transition in college football, the opening that people have been waiting for, because I mean, he has just run this sport.
Yeah, I think that Nick Saban is the greatest coach of all time. Probably LSU team of 5 at the 6 at Alabama. But the thing is, he was able to keep the great athletes in the state of Alabama in Alabama. So he never had to go far because Alabama has a good recruiting thing. Now, the thing is, I don't think time's caught up with him. I think that he's old enough and, he wants to get out the game right now before he makes a living of it. Like, he's about to turn 80. He's 72 years old. Coach Osborne stopped when he was, 60? So he coached 12 years later. That's 28 years. This man don't want to live his life. Alabama's they're in good hands right now. They got athletes. They're going to lose some. They're going to lose a lot, but it depends who's the next coach of Alabama football. And your job is to keep the athletes in Alabama, not let them go to Georgia. We know it's not going to be Kirby Smart because I can guarantee you he will probably sign another contract in 2-3 days because Georgia probably going to get him 10 years, 150. So, but it might be Lane Kiffin or Dan Landon. Like we said, we don't know yet, but something's got to give in the next couple of days because now Alabama has a 30-day transfer portal open for the players from the league. So, it gives other good teams a chance to steal some of their players, and maybe we need to get on the phone and get some of them out here. But, it is what it is. So this is college football. I mean, he can't coach forever. He's got 7. The GOAT.
Consider this.
But one thing he can't say, one coach he hasn't beaten is Tom Osborne. 2 tries, 0-2.
Well, that's why I said coach is still the GOAT. He's the greatest coach of all time, if you ask me, in college football. Not Nick Saban, because Nick Saban never beat coach.
Well, to be fair to Nick Saban in those stats, which I know are popular around Nebraska right now, is that wasn't exactly like the strength of his Alabama teams against the strength of Nebraska's.
He learned how to listen, Bach. Nick Saban learned, and I think it's on record. Nick Saban learned how to build Alabama based on the butt whooping we put on him. That's how he learned it.
I know it's on record that Tom Osborne told him that basically after beating him down that it's not as bad as it looks. His team's not as bad as it looks, and that's like a very popular story to go around. I bet Tom told a lot of guys that.
No, I don't think so. I think at the end of the day, you got to think if you could have people think about you and your football team the same way, and you go and be like, hey man, it's not as bad as it looks. We're just that good, like Michigan. They bombed us, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, oh, my God, we're garbage. Well, they bombed everybody.
Hey, Rashawn, see, this is what people don't understand. Like, this is how good Coach Osborne was, that when we had spring practice, other colleges, Florida State, Miami, all the teams would come watch us practice and learn from us what we're doing that was making us so great that we had all these other coaches, all these teams come and watch us practice in spring.
Yeah, true statement. Now, listen, consider this remarkable statement. And do you believe this, Bach? If I told you every player who stayed for 4 years at Alabama under Nick Saban won at least one championship.
Yeah. Because I've seen those stats going around where even this past year, 3 year, it was like a 3-year drought or a 3-year player's been, now it's up to 4, but and then the other stat that you could throw out there, Adam Schefter threw this one out there. Under Nick Saban, Alabama had more players drafted in the first round, a total of 44, than it had losses. Under Nick Saban, 29. That's not etching it out. That's by 15 guys.
But I think that's why Terrell says he's the GOAT, because when you start looking at these numbers, you're like, since his arrival, the city of Tuscaloosa has grown from 89,000 to 110,000. Enrollment from 25,000 to 40,000. Oh my goodness. Think about this one. You really want to know a good one? Who do you think represents the majority of the student body, in-state or out-of-state?
You would think in-state.
You would think. No, it's out-of-state.
Mm.
That in itself is amazing. I mean, how much money do you think he made over 16 seasons? From Alabama, just from Alabama.
Probably 250 million.
Nah, well, that in the grand scheme of things is probably that, but he made $130 million in contract, I guess, over 16 seasons. What do you think his net worth is?
Probably about 400 million because he owned a car lot.
What you think, Bob?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Probably go. I'll go 250.
250
million.
And Terrell said what?
400.
I mean, they say 70 million.
Huh.
Allegedly.
He must not be doing good with his money then. His contracts then.
Allegedly. Now, I don't know about you, but you do know Nick Saban owns a lot of the luxury dealerships in Alabama. Did you know that, Bob?
Mm-hmm.
You got to think, if I'm a college football coach and I own a dealership, what do most athletes like?
Cars.
Oh, first thing they go buy is a car. Now, if I own the dealership, do they need to go buy the car? Hello?
It depends.
Hello?
Well, it's
hello.
tough to say, depending on what part of the NIL, again, because this is a career that spans over a long period of time.
Nick Saban.
How much did he get into the car business with his players is different now than it was in 2008.
I told you, here's the problem with what happened with NIL and the reason why it came about. The SEC has been giving players NIL money. Nick Saban and all the boys. NIL money for everybody that's a player. Now that they said everybody gets money now, guess what's happening? The playing field is being leveled. Look at what's going on in basketball. How many upsets had there been in basketball?
3 in 2 days.
I mean, who did we just upset?
Yeah, Purdue is a wonderful, wonderful game for Nebraska. Puts them on a whole different level.
You see Coach Rule storm the court?
Yeah.
Hey, I think that was Coach Rule. Coach Rule started that. He did that. Listen, when you have that type of excitement, you start to feel it. So to see Coach Rule there, to see those guys there, I would imagine that if I'm a basketball player, right, and I'm at a football school, and the head coach of the football team is at the game, I'm going to play a little bit more inspired. Come on, man. What we got next segment, Bob? Set it up.
Well, we still haven't talked about Bill Belichick, so we've kind of been going Saban. We've already talked about Carroll. We might as well get to Belichick.
Bill Belichick should have been out. They had to bully him out. Get out of here and get your stuff, old man. I'm with
the black shirt.
And
Bach.
Power.
By
Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Power.
Underground.
Brand.
Excavating.
I'll let the boy, y'all. We'll be right back.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown returns to Lincoln, January 12th, 6:45 p.m. Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Let's throw down right now.
See Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, The Street Profits, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Carlito, and more. It's WWE's Friday Night SmackDown in Lincoln, January 12th. Tickets start at $25 and on sale now. Ticketmaster.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Letting your children know you believe in them will go a long way toward making their dreams a reality. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. It's important to celebrate learning. Focus on the positives, reinforce good effort and determination. Children need your encouragement and support. Our public schools want every student to succeed.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 Million Bracket Challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 7th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket. You said Bill Belichick, Bach, why you leaving me on hot mics? Thanks a lot. I think I didn't say anything inappropriate. The person on the phone said, they said, you don't have me on the radio, do you? I looked, I was like, oh, yes, I do. Dang.
Well, it shouldn't be going through if I take you off the screen.
Huh?
So it shouldn't be a hot mic if I take you off the screen.
Maybe it wasn't then. Right? But it wasn't muted. That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
So if maybe we got, systems were different. If they didn't hear me, then good. Good job, Bach. Sorry.
That's all
You're
right.
awesome.
That's right.
What would we do without you, Bach?
I don't know.
What would you do without Bach?
I don't know. He's my best friend. So
at work?
Yeah, my best friend at work. Yep.
You don't call him outside of work.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You never invite Bach over for barbecue.
Well,
and chitterlings.
I don't eat chitlins. I ain't had no chitlins in a long time.
What about hog maw?
I ain't had them in a long time.
You eat pig feet?
Probably 4 years since I had pig feet.
Pig ears?
4 years, probably.
You eat the tongue?
No.
Oh.
Let's just talk about football, okay? Let's not talk about stuff that's not happening right now, sir.
Oh, you can't. Why you like that today? Why you in a black shirt moment?
No, I'm just ready to talk sports, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Do you need a black shirt moment? Do you want to bring up the Bill Belichick? You want to start that off?
Nah. Jake just made me mad with Bill Belichick.
Why? What did he say?
And he's going to the Falcons. I said, Falcons don't need Belichick.
Yeah, the Falcons do need Belichick because they have no discipline.
He doesn't fit our mode in Atlanta.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. Y'all mode don't work. Y'all need some discipline. Bill Belichick can bring the discipline. He ain't done coaching. Atlanta Falcons. Don't be getting mad at Jake. You know what? Jake's trying to get under your skin because he's mad about his Dolphins.
Well, yeah, because I told him this their last game this weekend. They're packing it up right now.
All right, come on, Bach. Get to the Bill Belichick situation.
Well, again, it's another huge story in football. We've been talking about college football a little bit with Saban. I think he's clearly the GOAT, in my opinion. I mean, he's got Bear Bryant to kind of argue with there. 6 championships for Bear and 7 for Saban. The GOAT, as far as the NFL is concerned, has been Bill Belichick. Now, we've all kind of seen how Bill Belichick has been without Tom Brady, so you can kind of make your own arguments there. But nevertheless, Bill Belichick, 6-time Super Bowl champion as a head coach, went to the Super Bowl 3 more times with the Patriots. Since the departure of Tom Brady, things have not gone well, all the way to just a 4-win season this year. And now between Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick, they mutually decided to part ways. Belichick had 1 year left on his contract, but the Patriots want to start building in a different direction. However, Belichick is not done. He still has that fight, probably to prove that he can do it without Tom Brady. Because again, as actual time has played out, there was an argument at one time. Is it more Belichick? Is it more Brady? As we've seen it play out, Brady goes on to win a Super Bowl with the Bucs, and Belichick has not had too much success with the Patriots without him. That's still out there for him. So now, whether it's Falcons, Commanders, Chargers, whoever, you have to expect a big time story is going to be Belichick moving and being somewhere else in the NFL next season. But for now, it's just a look at what is an all-time historic run that he's had, being the Patriots coach since the year 2000.
All right, why would he keep coaching? I get it, but dude, why? He's the greatest coach in NFL history. Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said 2 years ago, I thought Bill Belichick should have got out of there. He should have just got out.
Well,
Get out when it's on top.
Yeah, he's 71.
Who was the smartest coach to get out when the getting was good?
Probably Tom Osborne.
Smartest coach. Because he went out on top. He didn't have to get beat up and go 8-2, or 8-8, whatever it is, 7-6-6. He didn't have to get beat up for 3 years and then figure out, it's over with. Went out on top. I like that, going out on top. Bill Belichick, is he going to continue to coach? Who knows? But I don't know why he would.
He wants to. That's the reports. And again, I think part of it's just going to be to prove that he can do it without Tom Brady. But again, there's some maybe rumors speculating about Nick Saban. Like I was going to say, Nick Saban 72, Pete Carroll 72, Bill Belichick 71. So part of this is just age for some of those guys, and maybe wanting to enjoy your remaining years without having to run a football team. That's quite a lot of to do. But the options are kind of out there for Saban. There's been talk about him maybe joining College Game Day. There's going to be a lot of lucrative deals out there as far as being a commentator. And you would think the same thing for Pete Carroll if that's what he would want to do. We've already talked about how he still has a role within the Seahawks organization if he decides to go that way. But Belichick, despite being 1 year younger, maybe it is that 1 year, but he wants to continue coaching, and he wants to, he still feels like he's a football coach, an NFL level football coach. He's still competitive, so when you say, why do you want to keep doing it? He wants to win.
I don't know about that one, buddy. I think Bill Belichick, listen, it's a new time and a new day, like Terrell said. It's different now. The athletes are different. Their minds are different. They've got mouthpieces hanging. That's different. Do you think Bill Belichick about to be like, yeah, guys, go ahead and let your mouthpiece hang? Nah, because there's going to be too much hitting going on. So I don't know if Bill Belichick is the guy for Atlanta. I think he could be a great defensive coordinator if he wanted to kind of fade the black, you know what I'm saying, and ride out his next 5-6 years.
I don't think he's going to be a DC.
No?
No.
Why?
That's going
beneath
down.
him?
That's pretty beneath the, one of the best coaches of all time.
Really?
How would you rank how would you rank Belichick? Would you put him at number one?
I would.
Bob?
Again, it's tough because of the Brady things kind of played out. I still would, but it's with the knowledge that it was a lot of Tom Brady's heavy lifting, who is the greatest of all time quarterback.
Will you stop talking about his Brady's heavy lifting?
What about I think it's one
Brock, that New England had a football team, bro. They was a complete team. Tom Brady wasn't even a high draft pick. Who position did Tom Brady take?
Drew Bledsoe.
Okay. Between let me just give you a little bit of why I said Bill Belichick is the best coach in NFL history. And I'm not going to go to his early career. I'm going to just stay with New England because he was there 24 years. Well, Bob, 24 years ago, you would have been how old? 9, 8, 7?
9 or 10 years old, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In 2003, 14-2 Super Bowl champions. 04, 14-2 Super Bowl champions. 05, 10-6 playoffs. 06, 12-4 playoffs. 07, 16-0 lost in the Super Bowl. 08, 11-5. 09, 10-6 playoffs. 14-2 playoffs. 11, 13-3 playoffs. I'm saying they lost basically in the Super Bowl in the last one. 2012 lost to Baltimore in the AFC Championship game. They were 12-4. 13 lost to Denver in the AFC Championship game. They were 12-4. 2015 lost to Denver Broncos again in the AFC Championship game. They were 12-4. In 2016, guess what they did? Dun, 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 dun. They won the championship, 14-2. In 2017, they went 13-3, lost to Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. 18, 11-5, Super Bowl champs. 19, lost the Tennessee Titans in the AFC wildcard game, 12-4. And then what year did Tom Brady leave? When did he go to Tampa?
2020. Was it 2020?
Yeah, 2020.
This is the drop-off, ladies and gentlemen. 2020, 7-9. 2021, 10-7, and they went to the AFC wildcard game and lost to Buffalo Bills. 22, 8-9. 23, 4-13. So when I call Dylan Raiola the doctor, tell me, well, Terrell, maybe you're right. Or Bach, did you say that about Brady? What'd you say?
He did most of the heavy lifting on those championships. Yeah.
Obviously. You're right. By the numbers, you're right. Facts, Bach, facts.
Yeah.
Facts. That's what it looks like on in the numbers. Anyway, where is he at on your list, Terrell?
Who? Brady? He's number one.
What about you, Bach?
Yeah, 6 Super Bowls, hard to argue with.
Throw it to break, black shirt.
But I think if Jimmy Johnson would have still coached at Dallas, he would probably be up there too, but he wasn't. All right, this is 93.7 The Ticket, the Captain Show. We will be right back.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Letting your children know you believe in them will go a long way toward making their dreams a reality. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. It's important to celebrate learning. Focus on the positives, reinforce good effort and determination. Children need your encouragement and support. Our public schools want every student to succeed.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown returns to Lincoln, January 12th, 6:45 p.m. Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Let's throw down right now.
See Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, The Street Profits, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Carlito, and more. It's WWE's Friday Night SmackDown in Lincoln, January 12th. Tickets start at $25 and on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 Million Bracket Challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
I used to be a weight guy. I used to love weight.
You've never been a weight guy. That's a lie.
Let me tell you something.
You've never been a weight guy.
I was in a 300-pound club
No,
in
sir.
high school.
Yes.
Yes.
No, sir. Are you kidding
Yes.
me? That 315 pounds would have sent him through it'd have been 6 feet
Bob.
under trying to figure out how
Bob.
to get up out that hole.
That's how
you ain't never been nowhere near that platform to get up there for Lifter of the Year.
I don't want to be lifter of the year. I
So
want to be
how
the player of the year. You want to be a lifter of the year when you want to be the player of the year. Nobody care about weights.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me short. Look at me short. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bakovic.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Good job, Terrell. Big time news in Nebraska football situation around here. Talk to us, Bob. Talk to us, Bob. What is going on with this offensive line that's got a block for the doctor?
Yeah, there's a lot going on with Nebraska football, but we do have a Tasty Churro brought to us in studio. Tasty Churro right here in Lincoln. Go out and try it. It's exactly what you would think it was. These are very tasty churros that we are having in studio. A lot of different dipping sauces. They just got brought into the ticket, so go ahead and plug that. Who doesn't like churros? Very delicious stuff. As far as Nebraska goes, though, yeah, very busy day as far as the transfer portal in the last 24 hours, I suppose, since we went off air. Nebraska landed offensive guard Micah Mazuka is how it is pronounced. Looks spelled a little bit different, so you have to kind of get used to that. But he looked at Nebraska before transferring to Florida last year. He transferred from Baylor. It started an entire season at Baylor, now started an entire season at Florida. He is 6'5", 325, and figures to be plug and play there at Nebraska. 1-year guy. Then Nebraska this morning landed Jamal Banks, the Wake Forest wide receiver who's had over 600 plus yards each of the last 2 years. 6'4", 205, big body wide receiver to go along with Isaiah Nair, who they picked up before, who's 6'3", 215, the transfer from Texas, who have previously played for Wyoming. Keep in mind, they've also got Dante Dowdell, the running back from Oregon, to go along with likely new starter Dylan Raiola at quarterback. So, I mean, between all those guys, I don't know, maybe not Nair, but maybe not Dowdell. Those guys will have to fight, but they will definitely be pieces. But I think between Raiola, Mazuka, and Banks, you got at least 3 new starters right there in the last couple of weeks.
Pull your scalpel out, Coach. Coach Rule, pull your scalpel out, Coach Rule. Precision. What are you talking about? Dylan Raiola has sparked something around here. You didn't have a chance really to get Micah Mazuka. I like that name, Mazuka.
Yeah.
The Mazuka.
Well, yeah, his brother's a walk-on here, running back.
Yep.
I listen. What do we look like a little bit different football team now, right? Offensively.
Yeah, it's a lot different. I mean, you especially those, this big-bodied wide receiver, Jamal Banks, again, 6'4", 205, Isaiah Nair, 6'3", 215. Maybe can kind of help a guy, some of that wide receiving core, some of those guys develop. That's kind of Nebraska's thing, is they had a lot of talent and guys that flashed some playmaking ability last year, but specifically a Malachi Coleman with a similar kind of a frame. Maybe these guys can teach him, and whether they teach or not, that's one thing that will be helpful. But these guys are here to play. These guys are here to help themselves as well. And Dylan Raiola has some big targets to throw at. Definitely helps how you feel about Nebraska. And then the other thing too with Mazuka, I don't know if Nebraska necessarily needed a guy, an offensive line that's going to come in and be a starter. I think they've had but the more depth, the better. And so that offensive line, it's not just standing pat. And Coach Rule has said this, is that if they're going into the portal, they're going to go get a guy that's a starter, a guy that can go play. And so that's kind of an interesting addition as well to strengthen that front line for Donovan Raiola to help his nephew Dylan Raiola.
Yeah, I like this. I like this pick, especially with Banks, especially a guy like Bach said, 6'4". Now, the reason I like this because this guy has production the last 2 years. Not a guy that we got with Nail, but and Nail was hurt. I understand that, but now he gets to rejuvenate himself, and with a guy and 2 big body guys, and this is good because you don't want to give Malachi and Lloyd just something to give them a spot. They have to go out there and earn it with these guys now that we got. I mean, you can have a 4 wide out good group of guys who can stretch the field and also who can catch the underneath routes and take it to the house. That's a good thing because now we got a throwing quarterback and we got a good running quarterback. I mean, good running back. Now you're going to mix it up. I want to see the offensive line get stronger at the run game because now we're really going to need a run game to surprise this passing game to get it wide open.
Listen, Jamal Banks, man. Remember we talked about having to have a guy that could help the room?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. You're right. You're exactly right, Black Shirt. This is it. This dude helps the room. In 2022, had 42 receptions for 636 yards and 9 touchdowns. And I'm watching him in 2022, and I'm like, wow, crispy. That's real crispy. Now, I would imagine, he goes after the ball. He's a high point type of guy. I mean, he is getting after the ball, meaning the ball is in the vicinity, and he's just getting after the ball. He's double covered, and he's still making plays. Great route runner. Oh, great route runner. Dude, we got one. Terrell, you're right.
Yeah, this is the guy we've been asking for all winter now. I know winter just started, but this is the guy who's gonna help Malachi understand how to use his big body, how to jump at a good point. This is the guy who's gonna help Jalen Lloyd run his routes crispy. This is a guy who's gonna help these new freshmen, all three of them that's coming in now. You learn from a guy who's been in the ACC. It don't matter where you play wide receiver at, as long as you just catch the ball. And this is a guy who's going to help this team out, who's really going to, who's probably going to be Riola's go-to guy or the other quarterback's go-to guy. This is a guy who's going to lead the room. And the only thing he needs to do is just be on the same page with the coach and let the coach him up now.
See, I like him. I you know why I like him? You know, one of the reasons his mouthpiece is in. I like it.
And he had an interview with Evan Bland, too, the Omaha World Herald, where he said he hasn't seen anybody warm up. He was talking about Dylan Raiola, part of the reason why Banks wanted to commit. He said he hasn't seen anybody warm up like him. Maybe Sam Hartman at Wake, how quickly he gets depth in his arm strength. Sam Hartman was one of the top quarterbacks, the previous year. He obviously transferred to Notre Dame, but 2 years ago, Banks was actually their third leading receiver. They had a 1,000-yard receiver. So they were slinging the ball around a couple years ago at Wake Forest with Sam Hartman, and who's the ACC's all-time passing leader, if that had not been surpassed this past year, at least the last time I checked. Again, Raiola seems to be a big part of the recruiting pitch. And again, I know some people are going to say, make him earn it. I think he is going to have to. If he looks terrible, he's not. But Raiola's the guy.
Hold up a minute. Listen, when you say make him earn it, if you're not seeing him earn it, he's earning it by his presence. Do you think a Jamal Banks, he's going to the league, okay? This kid going to go to the league. Do you think he's going to come to Nebraska if we had the three quarterbacks that were still here last year here? Do you? Any receiver worth his salt, do you think, can you compare this Jamal Banks to, what was the receiver? Billy Kemp?
Yeah.
There's no comparison. He's bigger, faster, stronger, and polished.
Yeah. By the way, a little bit of breaking news here. As far as Alabama's next head coach, Dan Lanning had been the target, the Oregon coach, just 2 years of coaching. I questioned that from the get-go. But whether I question it or not, it's up to Dan Lanning in Alabama. Well, Dan Lanning has said that and tweeted as much that he's going to be staying at Oregon. There was a report last night that he was in Tuscaloosa. Apparently, those reports were inaccurate, where everybody was doing kind of trying to follow, airplanes and trackers and all that stuff. And Dan Lanning just recently, the last couple of weeks, I believe, said that as long as his daughter's in school, he's going to want to be at Oregon. So interesting, because Oregon, as far as like stability at coach, they've had a tough time. Mario Cristobal, obviously, just leaving a couple of years ago. They had the Willie Taggart 1 year rental. They've had like 4 and it would be 5 different coaches if Dan Lanning chose to leave since Chip Kelly left in 2013. So big news for Oregon and good news for the Big Ten, by the way, as all this stuff is going to be affecting, whoever Alabama chooses, it's going to have this effect that just kind of continues to hit the next, coach, next program. Oregon joining the Big Ten definitely better with Dan Lanning and continuity there.
Man, Jamal Banks did Clemson. Ugh, I like this pick. Let's go, Matt Rule.
No, it's something we didn't talk on.
What?
I don't know what's wrong, but we never talked about the Baby Tua situation that's going on where he's trying to transfer now.
Yeah.
What?
Talia Tagovailoa.
Yeah, Baby Tua, his brother.
Yeah, you know why, though?
But he's trying to get a 6-year. I don't know if he's going to be able to get it, but he's trying to go to the University of Miami.
And the reason why he's trying to do that is because I don't think that he's going to get drafted as high as people may think. I don't think that. I think he might have got some bad advice. He probably should just got in the portal. But how can you get a 6-year? How's he going to get a 6-year?
Well, his thing isn't necessarily NFL draft because he isn't highly rated. So it's just the fact a lot of people are surprised that he entered the transfer portal because it seemed like his career it was up. I mean, he's the Big Ten's all-time leading passing leader. Originally transferred from Alabama, but he's played. But I mean, there are guys getting 7 years, so I don't know.
It makes sense though. His brother in Miami.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. Stop it. In Miami, if they get him as a quarterback, they got weapons. That changes the landscape. Boy, game plans. I love it when the plan comes together. That's a plan. They pull that off. Look for Miami. If Miami can get him as a quarterback, I think Miami will be a contender. They'll make the play. They'll make the 12-team playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Maryland didn't. Miami, I would say, probably is on the similar level as.
Whoa! Are you telling me that is more talent at Maryland or Miami?
Miami's terrible.
You want to say Miami, but they were like 7-6 this year. They absolutely gave away a victory. I mean, they're not off to an impressive start.
They were better than us.
That doesn't take a whole lot.
What was Miami missing?
Well, they had Tyler Van Dyke as their quarterback. That at one point he was supposed to be the next best thing. That didn't happen, and so I guess he gets the all the blame. But he's off to Wisconsin.
Well, goodbye. And that's a better fit for him, right? That's a better fit for him and what he does. And I think if they get baby Tua, we should say, it's gonna be on in Miami.
We gotta get your 12-team playoffs because you already said Colorado. You're saying Miami. I mean, you're gonna be running. Yeah, your surprise pick's already in. We're gonna have to get the rest of your 12-team playoff here pretty soon.
What do you mean my surprise picks?
Well, Colorado and Miami, I definitely would be surprises if they made the playoff next year.
I said for me, I'm saying Colorado gonna make it, but for me, I say Miami if they get baby Tua.
Yeah.
If they don't, I'm not picking Miami to do anything. But I can tell you who ain't going to be in it. Alabama.
You're crazy. All the talent they got, they still got talent.
What was after we had talent too when Coach Osborne left? What was Coach Soldier's record the next year?
That's Solich. That's
9-4, but they did go to the championship in 2001. But to that point, it's hard to be the guy that follows the guy, the GOAT, the greatest. Or, even at your own institution, it's hard to think of really too many coaches that have been able to succeed in that role. Tom Osborne comes to mind, obviously following Bob Devaney, but a lot of this it's really difficult. So when you question, yes, Alabama right now, it should be with the best job in college football, but you're going to have to win 11. You're going to have to win 12. It's like Ohio State. You got to win all your games. You got to win the SEC. If you don't, it's a failed season. And if you don't for 2 or 3 straight seasons, then they're going to want you out of Tuscaloosa.
Listen, whoever comes after this Nick Saban is in trouble. Okay? You can say what you want, but we always say coach is great. Well, why is 98% of Coach Osborne's players have great admiration for him? Oh, let's ask the black shirt. Black shirt, why does 98% of Coach Osborne's football players have that level of admiration for him? As a coach first.
Well, as a coach first, because, really he's a people person. He changed a lot of these guys' lives. They come from places that, that was hard living, and he gave them a chance to come up here. And plus, he's a great coach. You never see a coach that hasn't ever cussed at a player, who ran his program right, and he cared for his players. So, and plus he won. So it's hard to find a coach that wins every year. And that could have been in the national championship probably 5 years straight. But, for me, it's just he's a great man. He's a father figure. And even though I got a father, he still feels like a father figure to me. And he's just a great coach.
Bruh. Hey, doctor, if you're listening to me, Dylan Riola, if you're listening, we're going to need you to pull your scalpel out again. There's big time breaking news in the decommit situation. So we're talking some longevity. 5-star wide receiver Ryan Williams decommits from Alabama. Here we go. Terrell, you said we need to get on the phone.
Yeah. I mean, let me tell you something. Alabama probably got, and we say this every year, and Alabama proves us wrong with a wide receiver every year that goes out and does great things. So, it's always Alabama next man up. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, it might be next man up, but I mean, this is a 24 commit. I keep listen.
Open the door for Georgia.
If you cut off the head, everything else dies. It does. So, in order for them, or is Nick Saban going to be the athletic director?
Well, he say he's going to remain in the university for the players. So, as long as he's got a present there, I think that'll help the next coach with his transition. Yeah. Probably Lane Kiffin.
Why you say Lane Kiffin?
Because he's one of those coaches that went to Nick Saban coaching of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
And the people in Alabama kind of really like him, and he's familiar with the program. I mean, you don't want to go outside the program too far that, things change a lot, because you still want it to be the Alabama way.
And again, Lane Kiffin just led Ole Miss to their best season basically on record, or pretty close to it. Steve Sarkisian would be another guess. He's at Texas. So you're kind of arguing about what's the better job there. But both those guys were OCs under Nick Saban in the last, decade or so. So that makes sense. But you're right, too. And one thing I don't think has been talked about enough is you said this opens the door for Georgia. When we're talking about balance and transitioning power, and somebody might think, well, maybe Jim Harbaugh because he beat. But Georgia is 42-2 the last 3 years and has 2 national titles. You know those 2 losses were to? Nick Saban. Alabama, Nick Saban. So I know I heard Jay Foreman talking about the SEC's in trouble because they don't have that next guy. And yes, no matter what, your conference is going to take a hit when Saban leaves. But that next guy is Kirby Smart. And Kirby Smart may have just changed his projections about what he can do at Georgia as far as SEC championships, national championships in the next several years without big old bad Alabama in the way. So, I mean, it is huge. It is absolutely crucial for Alabama to get this right for themselves. We know things can spiral out of control. You can have, we've been through this at Nebraska. You can have a pretty solid guy follow Saban, and then you get mad at him. You run him out of town, and then 10 years later, you're nowhere close to where you were because you're still trying to run after that success. So it's going to be very intriguing to see what happens with Alabama. But I'm telling you what, I think Kirby Smart is now the team to beat, the guy to beat in college football as far as college football coaches.
We need Ryan Williams. We need Ryan Williams. This dude is a kick return, punt return specialist. Listen, he's as explosive as I've seen him. We got to go get this kid. Y'all take a look at him. I'm serious. Ryan Williams. So go take a look at him.
Well, he doesn't necessarily have Nebraska on his radar as far as has been reported.
I didn't say
every team in the country wanted Ryan Williams. That's the reason why.
But I know, but you know what? If I'm the head coach, I'm saying, Ryan, listen, we're the new it. The doctor's in the room. The doctor's in the room. You guys could be a dynamic duo for the next 4 years. Open up the checkbook and get the kid. He's that type of talent. Oh, my word. I'm looking at him, and it's just so exciting to watch him. Nebraska football is starting to get exciting again, Bach. What's going on? With the D-man.
I don't think
went to my spot moment. Huh?
So I don't think Ryan Williams has much to do with Nebraska right now.
Why?
Because as big a connection he has is you and I talking about it right now on radio. That's about as much of a connection as he has with Nebraska right now.
Man, that's why I say if I was a recruiter, I'd be a super investigator. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to touch Ryan Williams, buddy. I'm going to get a phone call to Ryan Williams. It ain't that hard.
He's going to get a lot of phone calls.
He's a game breaker. That's what we need to go with other game breakers. I'm campaigning right now. Ryan, Williams.
Go follow him on Twitter. Go talk to him.
You're right. Hey Terrell, you so smart. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Go to break block while I find my phone.
All right. You're listening to Captain here on 93.7 The Ticket with three-time champ and super recruiter Vershawn Jackson, national champion, and Terrell Farley, All-American as well, and myself, Jake Bachman. We'll be back after this.
From Hollywood to South Central.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 Million Bracket Challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown returns to Lincoln, January 12th, 6:45 p.m. Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Let's throw down right now.
See Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, The Street Profits, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Carlito, and more. It's WWE's Friday Night SmackDown in Lincoln, January 12th. Tickets start at $25 and on sale now. Ticketmaster.
Make the 2024 deer season your best yet. Come to the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo Friday, January 19th through Sunday, January 21st. Check out the hunting seminars, browse the hunting and outdoor exhibits, sign up for the Dylan Blind giveaway, compete in the Big Buck and Monster Shed contest, and try the 3D shoot and more. Buy your tickets at the door. The Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 19th through 21st at the Sand Hills Global Event Center in Lincoln. 84th and Havelock, presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com. where they're committed to you every step of the way.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Husker fans, your fourth-ranked Nebraska wrestling team needs you to pack the Bob Devaney Sports Center on Friday, January 12th for their Big Ten home opener and a top 5 matchup against number 2 Iowa. The duel will begin at 6:30, and the first 300 fans will receive a Nebraska wrestling shirt. For more information or to secure your tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets or call 402-472-3111.
School taught you all about the 4 seasons, spring, summer, and so on. And then there's the way we really tell what time of year it is in sports seasons. Football season, baseball season, or off season. But what's the chocolate season? Well, it's now. And now, and now, and always. Whether you're looking for a caffeinated pick-me-up on the way to work, a little snack on the way home, or you need the perfect gift that's sure to be appreciated, it's time for the chocolate season. 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead at thechocolateseason.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Ticket 93.7. The Captain Show, the fastest 2 hours in radio. Now, I want everybody to hear this first for me. Auburn University would be the next Alabama in 1 to 2 years. They will be back.
Why you say?
Because a lot of these kids going to get in the transfer portal. They're going to leave because half of these kids really wanted to go to Auburn, but Auburn wasn't on top. Auburn is finna come back. You know, Auburn was good back. See, a lot of people don't know that Auburn was 11, 12, and 0 in 1991 and 92, but they couldn't go to the thing because they was on probation. Then a couple of years later, they won it with Cam Newton. Auburn has some good teams. You know, they was one of the teams that come back and beat Alabama, that probably knocked them out of the playoffs one year when they ran the kickoff return back. They just got the number 1 receiver who decommitted from Texas A&M, and now he's going to Alabama. Now he's going to Auburn. Now I bet you this kid right here, who's that? What his name is? Williams, the kid you was talking about, Vershawn?
Ryan Williams.
Yeah, this kid is from Salem, Alabama. I guarantee you, this kid goes to Auburn.
I mean, Wild Bill said Ryan Williams isn't coming here. He is going to Texas A&M, following his wide receiver coach that left Bama.
Nah.
Yeah.
He ain't went to Bama yet. He's going to get with that kid from Phoenix City, Alabama, that went to Larry schools, who was the number 1 receiver in the nation, who left Texas A&M to commit to Auburn, and now they're going to be a duo, if you think about it. I'm guaranteeing you they know each other because they from the same state.
Oh, Magnum PI talking stuff, Black Shirt. We got somebody we can jump right quick. Let me read this. Magnum PI says, 5 stars receiver coming to Nebraska, Auburn, and the next Alabama. You boys are just on the radio talking nonsense this morning. Hey, let me tell you something. It was nonsense that we could get Dylan Raiola, wasn't it? Was that nonsense?
At one point in time, it was.
It was nonsense. It was complete, utter nonsense that we would get Dylan Raiola. Why I know that? Because we went and got Dan Cayley. So that's nonsense. But we got him. Is it nonsense that what the receiver from Wake Forest?
Jamal Banks.
Was that nonsense? Is that nonsense? The running back from Oregon. Was that nonsense? Did you think that we can get him? But when we got done with the last game of the season, did you expect to have the guys that we got in the room from the transfer portal?
Not necessarily. I did expect to add from the transfer portal. And it's interesting too, when you look at it, these guys are seniors. I mean, so you're kind of just putting a Band-Aid on a problem and hoping some of these younger guys, obviously, as you develop the younger guys. So it's not a complete Band-Aid situation problem. I probably shouldn't have said that. But it is, you're kind of renting a little bit of weapons in a big majority of this year's offense for this upcoming season, which is an interesting strategy. But it's going to be, again, that's going to be every year in and year out. How much you need to reach in there is going to depend on what your needs are. But the transfer portal is not going anywhere. Players moving around, playmakers moving around isn't going anywhere. You need to be part of this thing. And teams that haven't been doing it, Iowa before this past season, Clemson in this last couple of seasons, they're getting left behind. They're maximizing what they could be. And Nebraska is going full boat in this thing because, again, Mazuka, Banks, these are 1-year rentals.
I'll take them. Nair and Dowdell aren't seniors, Brian the Hog Farmer says. So they can help a lot longer than just 1-year rentals. But I told you before, you got to go get guys that can come in and help the young guys at receiver. Listen, every position for the most part. Now, you ain't got young at running back or at quarterback. And now, if you're gonna help your young quarterbacks, you better go get a receiver like we got from Wake Forest that is a ball hawk. That means if the ball is thrown off target, like it was so many times last year, the receiver has the solace to say, that's my ball. It's a bad ball. What does he do? He goes and gets it. You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it was the smartest move probably Matt Rule had to make by going to get 2 receivers. I said we was 2 receivers away. And if you was going to go in the season with just 2 not fully developed true sophomores, then Nebraska would probably have to just throw the season away. But now you save your season by going to get 2 guys who know how to run routes, who's done it before in live game action, and who has produced over the last 2-3 years. So now you got the guys with the confidence and the ability to go do things that we need the freshmen to learn what to do. And you can, like we said earlier, they can learn from these guys. And that's the best thing Matt Rule did, I think, right now, is just go out and get 2 receivers to help Dylan Raiola or Kalen out, whoever's the quarterback's going to be to help get this team to the next stage where it needs to be.
Well, not only that, but to also help the young, you got to think, this kid that's coming in, he's probably going to be the same age, if not older, than the coach. Okay? So I think having a polished guy, having a guy like this who knows some of the nuances of being a receiver can help the coach learn some things too. Okay?
You still got ICG coming back. So, that could be a good third down receiver who could help with the short routes, or who can even teach these guys something, because he's been in the game for a couple of years.
I know, but I like IGC, but I think with him being injury prone, I think those younger guys, I think we're going younger at this point. I think he can get in and help, but I think at this point we got to build from the bottom up.
Well, I think IGC and Nair are kind of in the same, you hope to get what we've seen from them before, at least one of them to be that in this upcoming year. And that's why I said, I don't necessarily put all these transfers in the same category. Mazuka and Banks, those are starters to me. Those are guys that are seniors, starters, rentals, and they'll help out this team immediately. Nair, he's had 1 catch in the last 2 years. He's coming off of an injury that has limited him. IGC is 2. Of course, he's not a transfer. And then Dowdell, there's a lot to like moving forward, but he just hasn't proven himself a whole lot at Oregon. And so I can't just say he's definitely going to be Nebraska's starting running back.
No. I don't think you necessarily throw him in the fold as a starter, but you do throw him in the fold as a guy that's going to be a major contributor to the football team. You don't go out and get the guy if you ain't expecting for him to contribute. Now you have another Jeff Sims situation. Okay? We don't need Jeff Sims situations. We need guys that we know based on proven track record, meaning based on what they've done. And you know what? We know what this kid has done because it's on wax. It's sketched in history. 0099 says this: if Miami gets Maryland quarterback, I'll bet the captain a 24-ounce prime rib. They don't even sniff the playoffs. They'll barely make a bowl. You know what, 0099? Bad. As long as you let me put ketchup on my prime rib.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. As long as it's cooked great, I don't need ketchup. So, I'm just saying, I am. Anyway, 7412 says this: Saban's on the phone with Prime as we speak. The most captivating coach in the land. Nick's buddy. Come on, man. Wait a minute, dog. Now, I don't know. That sounds preposterous. Is that a word?
Yeah.
That sounds preposterous. Come on, man. That's preposterous, Lord. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, there are betting odds on who the next Alabama coach will be, and Deion's on those, but I don't think that.
Let me tell you something. If Deion left Colorado, he couldn't go anywhere in the country. All the people he brought in, his son is there. He brought his whole family, his mom, aunts, uncles, brothers, cousins to Colorado. You telling me that he would basically get all of these cats and leave and go to Alabama?
I bet you he probably would.
I think he would. Yeah, I don't think that offer is coming, but I think he would.
He would not.
I think he would. Alabama is a dream job.
Whoever hires Deion Sanders, if it's going to be in the SEC or going to be a bigger school than Colorado, it will be a risk, and it'll be exciting. You get all, but that's not where Alabama is. Alabama doesn't need to risk and see if they can maybe get the next jump start. They need to go with a hire that they know is going to continue what Saban's been able to build there, not try to build something fresh and doing his own way.
Why exactly? Why would Deion want to go follow in Saban's footsteps?
Well, Deion would, because you could.
Why?
I mean, he talks about anybody going to Colorado and getting anybody, and that's one thing. You literally could recruit anybody to Alabama.
Now, unless a coach goes to Alabama and he struggles, and maybe 2 to 3 years down the line, I can see Deion going. But I don't see Deion leaving Colorado. His sons are both seniors. Why would he leave? He went and got the number one lineman in the country. So you telling me that he would leave at that point? He out of there. I mean, that's not smart. I don't think Deion's that kind of coach. I don't think that he would do the players like that and get those guys all googly gaga talking about we coming and then be like, hey, deuces. Or am I wrong?
I still think he would go if Alabama offered. I don't think the offer is coming.
I'm with you, Bob.
I don't believe it.
He's a flip-flopper. Yeah, he would.
After 1 year at Colorado?
Yeah, it's understandable. It's the best job in college football right now.
How many years did stay at Colorado? Mel Tucker.
One.
Mel Tucker didn't bring his kids.
Still, he stayed there 1 year.
Mel Tucker didn't bring his son that's the coordinator.
Look, his son still get the transfer because the coach is leaving. So it doesn't matter. He can take his son, Travis Hunter, and a couple of more guys with him. But he ain't gonna need all that luggage. He could just come by himself because he don't need his Louis there.
Man, stop that. There's no way Prime Time is leaving Colorado. No way.
Alabama offering right now, he's out.
I guarantee you it ain't gonna happen.
That's a lie.
I don't think so. You have to go, and now you got to go and basically figure out everything that's going on. I'm talking about you. You think Nick Saban and Coach Prime are on the same level as far as coaching goes?
They're friends.
They do Aflac commercials together.
Yeah. You think they ain't talked about it?
Yeah,
Aflac.
That's about the best it's gonna get. I don't think he's
Aflac.
now. Listen, 2-3 years down the line, could he go to Alabama? Absolutely. Next year, absolutely not. He said he got too much to prove. And plus, I would be so mad if we didn't get a chance to get our lick back. Go to break.
All right, the ticket 93.7. We'll be right back.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
School taught you all about the 4 seasons, spring, summer, and so on. And then there's the way we really tell what time of year it is in sports seasons. Football season, baseball season, or off season. But what's the chocolate season? Well, it's now. And now, and now, and always. Whether you're looking for a caffeinated pick-me-up on the way to work, a little snack on the way home, or you need the perfect gift that's sure to be appreciated, it's time for the chocolate season. 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead at thechocolateseason.com.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures. All things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Make the 2024 deer season your best yet. Come to the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo Friday, January 19th through Sunday, January 21st. Check out the hunting seminars, browse the hunting and outdoor exhibits, sign up for the Dylan Blind giveaway, compete in the Big Buck and Monster Shed contest, and try the 3D shoot and more. Buy your tickets at the door. The Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 19th through 21st at the Sand Hills Global Event Center in Lincoln. 84th and Havelock, presented by Whitetail Properties Properties Real Estate.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown returns to Lincoln, January 12th, 6:45 p.m. Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Let's throw down right now.
See Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, The Street Profits, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Carlito, and more. It's WWE's Friday Night SmackDown in Lincoln, January 12th. Tickets start at $25 and on sale now. Ticketmaster.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 Million Bracket Challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right. Well, we can't hear you, VJ. We're going to need you to unmute yourself, I think.
I didn't mute myself. All right. I said 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio is transcending time. We're faster than sound right now. I don't know how this time's going, but I want to get to a few of your texts before we get out of here. Crowbait says this. Captain wants to beat Colorado? Sure doesn't sound like it. What? No, Bob, help me. You too, Black Shirt. Do I sound like I want Colorado to beat us?
Not to me, but there are those. I know there are those in the listening base that any mention of Deion Sanders and they get frustrated. So I don't know. Maybe that's where it's coming from. But
well, that's not an easy victory though. Next year, you just can't go on your calendar and mark that as a win because you get Dylan Raiola. But you have to go out there and earn that victory because Deion has brought in a bunch of players. You know, just like Matt Rule has brought in some players. But the thing is, you know, they still have to come here. We went there, now they come here. But it's still going to be a good game.
No, sir. Crowbait, no, sir. No, sir. I want our lick back. We gave the game away at Colorado. All 4 turnovers. You can't win. But Deion's reloading, and he got to come to Lincoln. He has never faced Lincoln before. Has he? Crowbait? Has Deion ever faced the University of Nebraska, the fans, and a Nebraska football team that I think is retooling very, very well? Going into the
I don't even think they played in a stadium this big yet.
I'm just saying, man. This game too will be Deion's biggest game of his career, as well as, to me, Coach Rules. Matt Rule's career, to me, will be defined on the guys that we're bringing in right now because you had a year to figure it out. You figured out, hey, we can't get just 1 year rentals that can't play well. We got to go get guys that not only can play well, but that can be stars. Huh? Name some stars on the team. Who is the game breakers on the football team right now? Who? Give me one, Bach.
On offense, I don't have a whole lot to say.
You don't have a whole lot to say on defense. Who?
I mean,
Ty Robinson.
Yeah, what do you want to say? Game breakers.
You can't go off top based on. Listen, go look up the stats for
Nash, you know, the two big guys.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you guys are missing the point here. And shout out to Nash, man. What he's doing in wrestling is unprecedented. 50-second pin, that's unprecedented. Getting down to 290 pounds. Hold on a minute. Anyway, and I appreciate that Jordan can too. But if Deion leaves, which why Alabama would want Deion is beyond me. But if Deion left and went to Alabama, we don't get our lick back. We don't. And do you actually think for 1 second that I hate Colorado? Remember when I said it was a rivalry? Bach, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And there were some people who said that what?
Oh, they'd argue whether it's a rivalry.
It's more of a rivalry than Iowa.
Absolutely. What say you, Bach? Is Colorado a rivalry?
Yes, historically, especially, and we've seen it every time they've matched up in the non-con now.
Crowbait, try again. Exit, stage left even. Pooh Bear says, the Buffs played in Oregon last year. How'd that turn out? How'd that turn out against Oregon?
Oregon got a big stadium, Buck.
Big enough, not as big as Nebraska's.
Yeah, but Oregon don't have the fans that Nebraska have either.
Yeah.
Right? And I think, again, you start giving us something to cheer. Like, Terrell, me and you don't really understand from a fan's perspective what it feels like for your team to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't never felt that before. So we don't, you talk about, oh, you got something to cheer for. What? Our alma mater, where we play football, I'm going to take this off mic drop time. Our alma mater, where we play football, has been in the dumps 5 years after we left. That's unbelievable. If you'd have told me that I was leaving the University of Nebraska, being a 3-time national champ, and that we wouldn't even sniff after Solis leaves a division conference championship. When was the last time Nebraska outright won a championship in the conference?
99.
Wow. The 90s. They did happen. So you talking 24 years with a Z. My daughter turned 31. 24 years ago, she would have been 7.
Now, people say it's a difference. Like one guy on the chat lines, what he said about now?
What?
I'm going to tell you the difference, though.
Oh, Pooh Bear was saying he was the one that said the Buffs played at Oregon last year. He also said, I'm a Husker fan, but have been to games in Eugene. It's a much, much different environment than Memorial Stadium is.
Okay, now I've been to Husker games too. Now, I could tell you one time when we played a game, Bach, it was so loud that I couldn't hear. I never heard it this loud in the last 5 years where I couldn't hear because the fans are not really into it like the fans were tonight. I remember we had a meter that read how loud this stadium used to get. And Bach, that's why we had to do, like when we was doing banjo signs, we had to act like we was playing a guitar because the crowd was so loud that you couldn't hear anything, Bach. You just heard the, I mean, you couldn't hear the quarterback sound. You couldn't hear nothing. I mean, the only thing you hear, boom, boom, boom. And that's how it should be. And that's how loud this stadium used to get.
See, that's what I'm saying. When that stadium get rocking again, I mean rocking, bruh, this is one of the toughest places in the country to play. From the 80s to the 70s, 60s, 90s, this used to be a place where people feared when they had to come in here to play. And we got to get back to people fearing, oh my God, we got to come to Nebraska. Just like Deion Sanders, going to be fearing a little bit. He's going to have a little fear in his heart. Just a little bit.
Well, big part of that fear is Nebraska had like, what, a 47-game home win streak or something like that. Part of that was knowing you're going to come in and get beaten up.
Yeah, you're right about that one. But I'm not a Deion. I'm a Deion fan as a coach and a Deion as a player. And I like what Deion's doing at Colorado. But when you compare Deion to Nebraska, you can't. You don't need to do that. Come talk about Alabama. Come talk about Michigan. Come talk about some of those great Florida clubs and teams. Don't compare us to Colorado. It's not comparable.
Deion's in Tuscaloosa, Alabama right now working on a contract. 6 years, $100 million.
Stop it.
I don't think so. That's not a real report. That's just
I doubt it. Terrell, what you got?
Huh?
What you
Nothing. Nothing. Like I do every day. Nothing. Call of Duty.
Okay. What you got, Bob? What we got?
Well, a couple of things to note here about, with all the coaching stuff going on. Players announcing their returns. Quinn Ewers returning to Texas, so he'll be among the Heisman favorites. And then Ohio State's doing something special. We told you that they got Quinshon Judkins over there from Ole Miss as to make one of the best running back rooms in the country. They're going to have one of the best defensive back rooms in the country as Thorpe Award finalist Denzel Burke returns. Also, Emeka Egbuka, the wide receiver, returning as well. And he was right up there for All-American. Ohio State, I don't know if it's the NIL or what's going on, but they're getting a lot of guys to stick around. They want to beat Michigan.
Can Marvin Harrison Jr. be next?
You need a lot of NIL for that one.
Hey, that's a little sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. Hey, listen, I'm going to go on the record. I'm taking Ohio State over Michigan right now. Right now. Anybody? Any takers?
I don't do that way too early college football stuff.
I did it already. It's called Dr. Clairvoyant.
Yeah, Georgia National Championship next year. Boom.
You know what? Throw it the break before you go. Why don't you do something?
There's no break. It's over with. It's over with. It's over with. Well, the Captain Show is over with. 93.7 the ticket. We'll see you tomorrow. Deion Sanders to Alabama. Boom.
Left or right.
Other shows they be lacking. Be as good as live action. As good as live action. It's all about the captain. He make it all happen. Other shows they be lacking. You're now down with the action, down with the action. All you gotta do is just come through and kick it. Boy, I guarantee that you'll be loving every minute. It's all about the sports.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Husker fans, your fourth-ranked Nebraska wrestling team needs you to pack the Bob Devaney Sports Center on Friday, January 12th for their Big Ten home opener and a top 5 matchup against number 2 Iowa. The duel will begin at 6:30, and the first 300 fans will receive a Nebraska wrestling shirt. For more information or to secure your tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets or call 402-472-3111.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 Million Bracket Challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
School taught you all about the 4 seasons, spring, summer, and so on. And then there's the way we really tell what time of year it is in sports seasons. Football season, baseball season, or off season. But what's the chocolate season? Well, it's now. And now, and always. Whether you're looking for a caffeinated pick-me-up on the way to work, a little snack on the way home, or you need the perfect gift that's sure to be appreciated, it's time for the chocolate season. 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead at thechocolateseason.com.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
So he can maybe run.
So like speed option, those things. All you want to do.
Speed. I can't see him.
It's also. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Look what you did. Look what you did. Look at Bill.
Down.
Come on
Just
now.
calm down.
I don't say anything about semicolons or should there be a
Word
parentheses or
Too many commas over there.
Too many
Zip. Come
run-on sentences. Don't talk about that. It's not my wheelhouse.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old